Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is a Let's Chat session. We'll be on for a few minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hope you're having a great, great day so far. Make sure you hit that like button, y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you clicking on this video. Glad to have you. Let me know how you're doing. Welcome back, y'all. Make sure you read the message that I pinned. Let me know what's new, what's good with you. Let me know how you're doing, what's on your mind. If there's anything you'd like to share, please do so in the chat. Hey, Divine, how are you? Welcome, welcome. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Yeah, this is just a Let's Chat session. Just a place, just to kind of talk about what may be on your mind or something that you're dealing with, or maybe you just want to give like what you're up to, whatever like that. And hey, this is just a safe space. We'll be on for a few more moments. And yeah, trying to get through these last few weeks of pregnancy. Oh wow. Congratulations. Congrats. Are you having a boy or a girl? No problem. You have twins? You having twins? You know, I felt like twins. I didn't say it, Divine, because I didn't want you to be like, what? I felt that. Oh my gosh. We are definitely connected. I felt that. I felt like it was twins. I really did. I wanted to say it. If you notice, I got quiet because I felt that. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna say it. That's wild. Immediately, as soon as you said you were, telling me about you were in your last trimester, immediately, boom, I had a vision of twins. Yeah, I didn't know. It's just two babies. I just saw that, and I didn't say anything because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let her tell her own story. But congratulations, that's awesome. Don't even sleep that much anymore. I can imagine. It's uncomfortable, right? They ready to come out. Is this your first pregnancy? Then I feel the father's emotions. I can imagine. Yeah. He cries a lot because I walked away from him. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then you do know, like, the dad goes through, no, this is not my first. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how true this is. I don't even know if this is true for every situation, but I've always heard, or, a lot of people say that the father, they take on that vulnerable side when the woman is pregnant with their child. Like they gain weight, they're just highly emotional, all kinds of stuff. I don't know if that's true for everybody. I don't even know if you have to be together for that to be, be around that person for that to happen. But I've just heard that over the years. He cheated on me and I found out and I left him. Good for you. I'm sorry that that happened to you. I'm sorry that that happened to you, but you did what you felt was best for you. He thought I was going to stay because I was pregnant. I bet. I bet. So do you have any, I know, and I'm sorry that you got cheated on because that was totally unfair. Do you have any, like, hope that you two can work it out? Or you just done? Are you done? You ready to just go forward? Okay. I mean, a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. So, and I'm glad you're taking the step forward. And I commend you. I commend you for being so strong, getting ready to give birth. You're preparing yourself for that. And I'm sure you cared about this person, the father. I'm sure you cared about him, and that's a lot of emotion. So you're a very strong-willed person, very strong. Because there would be a lot of people that would be very much distraught. They would just be like, "Oh my goodness, why?" Get out on his feet, and he went out in the streets and started cheating. You see that? You see how that is? That's so messed up. That is so messed up. And I bet that you have vowed that that you are not going to help another man get on his feet. Haven't you? I feel like you have vowed, like, I feel like this is something, maybe this is how you feel or something you said. Whoever I get with next, if I get with anybody next, they better have themselves together because I'm not helping them get on their feet. I've learned my lesson. I don't know. I feel that strongly. And I can't say that I fought you because it's so messed up when that happens. He have a background. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was his loss, you know. Hopefully, he will be good for the children. But as far as he just lost out on you as a person. And if you helped him get on his feet, that says a lot about your character. But see, oftentimes he's trying to come back now, and I don't want him around. Yeah, he's trying to come back because that's the bond. That's the bond there. No doubt he cares about you. He is disrespectful and rude and mean. Oh, no. And what? He is very immature. Oh, okay. Sounds like he got a lot to learn. Hey, Nisha. Hey, Empress, I'm up. Can't sleep. Glad to see you live. What we talking about tonight? We're just talking, girl. If you got anything you want to share, relationships, jobs, dealing with anything in your, friend circle, family, whatever. We're just talking. I like to do these from time to time. Hey, Divine, but he's 47. He 47 and cutting up like that. Care. I know you tired of that. Ugh. Is he older than you? Is he older than you? I tell you, I felt like he was. I how many years y'all got? Okay, why did I feel like? Okay, I was thinking you had it. Y'all had like 4 or 5 years in between y'all, so it's about 3. Okay, I can understand because you in a different space. You in a different place. I don't know how long y'all been together. You're in a different space right now, and then not to mention you're pregnant. And you're a lot. I'm sure you are a lot more mature now than you were when before you had your other children. 4 years, that's a long time to be with somebody. And so you're in a different space and you feel like, oh, he might be midlifing. He might be midlifing. He might be going through a midlife crisis. 47, he might be midlifing. Sometimes midlife crisis look like this. Sometimes it look like, oh, the man or the woman, they want to go do all these things that maybe they felt like they missed out on, or they want to get a sports car, or they want to sleep around. Some people just hit the panic button and go, oh my gosh, I want to get married, I want to have children. It just depends on the person. Real evidence of him cheating, I'm leaving. Well, you did. You fulfilled what you said you were going to do. You stood on your promise. He was calling me crazy, so I seen a text message and that was it. Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to a guy one time a while ago, and it was crazy because at this point in my life, I am not one to check phones. You know what I mean? I used to do that, but I'm not one to do that, right? I'm not one to check phones. I feel like if I got to check your phone and I got to check emails and all this kind of stuff, then guess what? You're not the one for me. Hey, Omar. Great to hear that. I'm focusing on myself right now. Nothing wrong with that. Improving yourself, because it starts with you. But and I was never, I mean, I never thought about looking at his phone. I never thought about going through his phone. And it was just like, one day he just told me, he was like, if you ever look at my phone, we're done. And I'm like, so what do you got to hide? So that made my antennas go up. Like, So I gave him to the female. So now she makes fake pages and numbers and be lying saying I'm contacting her and harassing her. Oh gosh. Devon, were you the one that was talking about? Was it you? I don't want to get it confused. Was it you that said there was somebody creating pages and doing all this wild stuff and then lying about it? Is this the same person? Okay. Girl, that was crazy. Yeah, she got a different issue. SMH. I couldn't do that. No, no. And when that guy told me that, when he was like, "Oh, if you ever look at my phone, we done." I'm like, we done anyway, just by what you just said. Mine was younger by 3 years. He was very immature, cruel, mean spirited, had mommy issues, deletion thoughts, and a complete narc. I should have been ran, but I had to fall on my face before I let go. Girl, don't feel bad, Nisha. Don't feel bad. That has happened to us. That has happened to a lot of us, men and women. You know how it is. We try time and time again, time and time again. Then we got that one more time in there till we just get knocked down. And then we'll say, okay. You're like, okay, God, I hear you. I hear you. Then you gotta go somewhere and like Jasmine Sullivan said, pick up my feelings. I gotta pick up my feelings and work on me again. I gotta get back strong again. That's why it's like, it's hard to get back out there when you have had to heal from something and you find yourself again. You start feeling better. You get back in the gym. You doing your thing. You just thriving. And it's hard to say, oh, I want to get back in a relationship because, it takes so much. And it's almost like, what if it doesn't work out? You know, it's a whole thing. But I am convinced that if you have the right partner, nobody's perfect. But I feel like if you have the right partner, they shouldn't take from you like that. It should be adding to your life. Once again, nobody's perfect. I kept him around because of my kids. See him as as a father because he was around the whole time, and every time he left, my son would have seizures. Wow. Well, it's okay for him. I mean, if you're comfortable with it, it's okay for him to still have that connection with the children because that's helping them. But it's gonna have to be an understanding that you and him are done. Hey, Nisha, literally all your readings since I came across your channel the past month describe what I'm going through. Wow. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. I try to offer advice at the end of every reading if there's advice supposed to be given. Um that's the one thing we don't have any control over is free will. If I let him come around, he automatically think we together. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. But the thing is, you should never feel like you're with somebody and you got to feel like you're competing with somebody else. I mean, I've been in something like that. Didn't know it for a while, but once I learned that I was competing with somebody else for this man's time, I said, nah. I'm like, you cute. You are very handsome, but you're not worth all that. And I had to send him on his way. It's like you cute, but Cute don't bring happiness. Cute don't pay the bills. Cute is not gonna be faithful. It's that person, regardless of what they look like or however they are, they have to make a decision to be faithful. They got to make a decision to be, be a good partner. If that's the person you're supposed to be with, you know, being an empath and seeing him now, I'm not, I'm not in my feelings. I see him for who he really is. Yeah, I bet so. I feel like you'll always care about him, because of the situation, the history. But if you can't trust the person, you have to really ask yourself, do I really want to spend the rest of my life with somebody I can't trust? The drugs and partying, the line, the orgies. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. Rough drugs. Ooh. Sorry to hear that. And substance abuse is a big thing that affects relationships. Facts. I'm remembering that I'm the prize and that I refuse to settle for less. Absolutely, Nisha. Absolutely. We have to remember that, y'all. Because sometimes you can be in a relationship, y'all, that at the end of that thing, even though you know better, even though you know what I'm about to say, you know better, but you can get in a situation where you feel like you'll feel lower than dirt, depending on what situation you were in. You know you're not dirt. You know you're not lower than dirt, but that situation, if you stay in it long enough, can make you feel that way. Oh, and broke Friday night. Oh yeah, he probably got a problem. He got a big problem, and he may be paying off people too. You know, he might be paying off people. So I think the most important thing, y'all, I know I've learned. I always said, you know, if I relationship I get in, right? I have worked so hard on myself and I've been doing so much work on myself. I gotta be able to be me. I don't want anybody in my life that their energy is gonna take away from mine. I gotta be able to be my own individual. I need to keep up my same routine. I need to keep up my same hobbies. I need to do all these things that I do that make my life what it is right now. I have to have that. And anybody coming into my life, they need to be adding to that, not taking away. But we live and we learn. If you live live long enough and you go through enough, you learn what you don't need and what you do need. Half of our fights were half of the time me and him arguing about him washing his body. Yeah, he got a problem about his hygiene. See, he may have a deal. He got a deal. Yeah, he may have a situation. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Yep. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be in a situation where we arguing every day. I've had that kind of relationship that is so toxic. you know. Hey Nisha, that's where I always fall short. I become my relationship and lose myself. I've been taking this time to finally love me and learn myself, and I have no idea. I had no idea how it felt this good. Yeah. Oh wow, Divine. Yeah, when you start doing your own thing, Are there gonna be times you know that you feel a little lonely, like you want company? Absolutely, you human. Embrace that. Don't try to downplay, oh, I want a partner, oh, I would like to have this. Cause that, I mean, you're human. But recognize that you are worth having somebody that really love you, having somebody that really care about you, you know? And so yeah, all of your desires and things that you may want is valid, but you know, you don't want just anybody. You don't want just any situation. You want the situation that's good for you, you know? And we got a whole lot of crazy stuff out here with people that you have to be so mindful, and you got to be a little picky. You got to be a little picky. Oh wow. Oh wow, Divine. Yep. I gotta do better vetting these men. Way too many weirdos out here. Oh yeah, they weird. They are weird. There's some weird people out here, but there's also some good ones too. You know, we can't forget about there's some good ones out here too. Oh okay, Divine. Okay, yeah. And I think the most important thing too, moving forward, is that we gotta know when to cut things off. You know, sometimes we can stay in stuff way too long. We have all the evidence. We already know what we're dealing with, and sometimes, you know, we can stay in things just way too long. So that's something else that I feel like a lot of people are trying to work on. It's trying to get out of toxic situations sooner versus later. Cause the longer you in it, it just seems like the more pain you endure for a longer amount of time. Hey Omar, sorry to hear that, Divine. That man does not love you. He only comes back to you because he has nothing to do or nowhere to go. Omar, that you know that is like a soccer punch, but you got a point there. And Divine, you are worth more than being somebody's option or being somebody's what they call it. What do they call it? Old faithful. You know what I mean? You're worth more than that. And some people will cycle back around when they get bored or when they nobody else want them or whatever. They'll keep right on coming back, interrupting your life, interrupting your life. I've been there, done that too. Been there, done that too. We'll be together. Oh, we're not talking for 2 or 3 weeks. Then he call again. We'll be together, hang out, blah 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 blah. Oh, we let something happen. He disappeared 2 or 3. Nah, you gotta cut that out. Way too long. We was off and on for a year, but only would make it like 2 months at a time. Signs and flags all up in your face, and I just moved them out the way, shaking my head. Yeah, Nisha, they will come back. I had a situation. I had to change my number, y'all. I didn't have to change my number. I was on the verge of changing it, but I was like into this situation, and in order for me to cleanse myself of all of that, I just changed my number. I say, you know what? This person is not for me, and I want to be rid of this situation. You know, hey DP. And this was a while ago. And I just said, you know, if I want a fresh start, I need a fresh start. So, I changed my number. He did not get my new number. So, and I had to do that because I really liked him, but he was no good for me. What's that song by Mary J. Blige, Mr. Wrong? Mr. Wrong. Yeah. I know y'all have met y'all Mr. Wrong or Mrs. Wrong, and you just be like, man, I need to get away from this person. But something about him, I keep going back. What's wrong with me? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? I had to literally break myself away emotionally. I had to cleanse my energy of this person. I'm talking clean slate, sage, everything. I had to get away from the dude because it was just, I had never experienced something so toxic, but I felt drawn to it. I'm like, ugh. I didn't like that. It just had too much control, too much power. So I had to like really reevaluate. I had to really work on myself. So I get where y'all are coming from. I get that. And I was only talking to that person a few months. I can imagine years. Ugh. He has my nose wide open. I was salty, like toxic, and I liked it at the same time. Yeah, yeah. He was. The person I'm talking about, he was toxic too. And the thing is, we were really into each other, but he was still on those games. I cannot play games with people. I'm not gonna play games with a grown man. I'm not. Not ready. He wasn't ready. Kept coming back because, yeah, the thing is, he knew what the situation was. He knew that I was a pretty decent person. He knew that. But he wanted to kind of maneuver. He wanted to control the situation. Um, this is a dude that for some crazy reason he was just like paranoid or insecure or whatever. He was like, "This is something about you. I don't know what it is. It's just like, are you really real? Are you it's like you too good to be true. You too nice." I'm like, "What?" It's like, "Are you serious? Like, what is this? Like, you too good to be true. Are you too nice? What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "What kind of women you been talking to?" And I said, "I'm just me. What in the world? Like, what?" So then he would play games. He'd play games and try to figure out, just trying to test me and trying to see. And I was just chilled. I was just sitting back, just looking, and trying to make me jealous, all that. That didn't work. I didn't respond in the same way. And so he played more games and more games and more games. And then finally, I just say, you know what? It is obvious. Hey, Nisha. I hope not, but hey, in this world, you never know, right? Girl, I just kept, I couldn't understand the game. I said, I can't do that. I can't do that. Like that, playing that game over and over. I'm like, no, this is exhausting. This is exhausting. That's all it was. Manipulation. Trying to create a trauma bond. If I can manipulate you, if I can manipulate and control your emotions, then I got you. If I got you, then that means that when I play these games, you're going to be right there because you're going to love me so much. And then sometimes you have to watch that because to try to create that kind of situation so you'll be stuck. Not really, you can always make a move, but they want you to feel stuck. They want you to feel so connected to them so they can go back and forth and do whatever they want and you still going to be sitting right there. Exactly, Divine. There you go. He was trying to, and then I molded him. I molded him right out of the equation. I told him, I said, obviously, this is not what you want. I wish you wellness and success. And the next day, number changed. And I know he looked at his phone like, what? But when you do that, you take your power back. And they have a different, you may never know about it. Oh, yeah, I believe that. You may never know about how, when you take your power back, how it affect them. But trust and believe, when you take your power back, they have a newfound respect for you. Yeah, Nisha, I bet so. Yeah. Yep, they have a newfound respect for you. If you take your, this is men or women, you take your power. When you notice that they playing with you and you go ahead and call them on it and you separate yourself gracefully, I'm telling you, they'll be like, dang, well, couldn't fool that one. And if y'all ever cross paths again, they'll never forget. They'll be reminded. Oh, wow, Nisha. They'll never forget. And when they, as they travel through life, because I guarantee you, when you take your power back from somebody, they're not used to people taking their power back from them. They're not a whole lot of people that have stood their ground and said, no, you don't get to do me like that. They're probably, especially if they're a nice looking person, they're probably used to being able to get their way and then they walk away from people. So if you got a person that isn't used to being walked away from, when you do that, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, it changes the dynamic. Cause they be like, oh. And so guess what? Your value goes what? Up, 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 up. Your value. And then they looking at you as the prize again. Even though you two are not together, they looking at you as the prize. They're like, wow, that's a woman or a man that loves themselves. They love themselves so much that they won't go let me play games with them, and they walked away. Oh wow, Divine. Yeah, well, I'm glad you came in. I'm glad you clicked on the video and you've been receiving clarity. Awesome. That is great. Feel like it's just make them want you more. Meanwhile, I'm repulsed. Oh yeah, Nisha. Yeah. Yes. Think about it. You think about somebody. Just think about their position. They play the game and play the game and play the game, and then they meet a real one. You shut it down and say, I'm not gonna return the energy. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna block your energy. Cause I don't want to play the game. You shut it down. Immediately they say, oh, that's a woman that love herself. Mm, that's a man that love himself. Wow. I can't do this one like I'm used, like I do the rest. Newfound respect. And I can tell you, I had a situation 12 years ago and that happened. Do you know that like 12 years later, this man tried to talk to me on Instagram? Talk about, hey, stranger. I'm like, yeah, please. Are you serious? Deuces. It's been 12 years, but it still ain't been long enough. Yeah. Trying to come slide back through just like it, like that crazy stuff didn't happen. Please. Wow, Divine. 12 years. I had one 12 years. There was one that was almost 14 years to come back. Um, a year or two. I had and these relationships, there was only two that were long term, but the other ones were just kind of like talking, trying to see where it go. Yeah, Nisha, he was serious. I'm not, y'all. I'm telling you, this man was serious. Talking about, hey, stranger. I'm like, what? Why are you in my DM? Like, why? You do know this is not going anywhere, right? So it made me laugh. I'm like, what? So yeah, they come back. They do come back. And I just be sitting there like, and like I said, that one guy that was playing the games, he would cycle back around. He would just 2-3 weeks, I could see a message. Hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah, and I was like, what? And I fell for it a few times. I can't lie about that. And then after a while, you know your wisdom checks in. You like, nah. Good for you, Omar. Good for you. I couldn't do it. I said, and so that's what I said. I relate to y'all so much. That's why I love to do these chats because we all going through the same things at different times. And and he was crazy attractive. He was probably one of the finest men that I talked to. I'm not lying. And it was so hard, y'all. I said, this is a test. This is a test. This man was too fine. But he wasn't worth he wasn't worth it rhymes with ham. He just won't worth a ham. I'm just saying. Yeah. Yep. Hey Mary, I saw my face while I was sleeping and I don't know if it was real or just my imagination in this lunar eclipse. Oh wow. What's my God attraction? 5, 6 feet. Amazing. But yeah. Girl. Yep. This guy, he looked good. He dressed well. Smelled good, but he won't worth two two cents. He won't worth 2 cents. So his face card was there, body card was there, but his play games, immature, trying to playing games like we still in high school. I'm like, what? You know how they play the little crazy where you got the guys trying to get all the girls and be with the different girls and just playing those little silly games. Well, oh, make you jealous type stuff. I'm like, dude, we too old for that. Like, really? So I understand. My fantasy and I was Liz, but mission I couldn't understand why. It was him. It was him, Nisha. It just wasn't a good fit because he had some stuff going on. Oh wow. 6'6". Mine with body intact. So Lord wasn't worth nothing but something to look at. Yeah. Divine, I think that's how they all get. I believe sometimes people, whenever you make that kind of connection, um, and you got the whole, I know y'all hit it and quit it and all that. You got that going on. But even with that, some people feel like a sense of ownership. It's weird. It's weird. And I had one, this guy, he was all like, I know you got a man over there. I know you must be, oh, where you going? You going to go see him? And I'm like, what is you talking about? I never mentioned the guy, told him I was single, and he was just, I know you got somebody over there. And then if I talked to him that evening, well, oh, you had time to call me, or you not around your man. I'm like, what kind of mess is this? Like, what? I can't play these kind of games. Yeah, that's true. I'm like, these the games people play? Like, what is this? Pick on you sooner to project it on you. He was cheating. Maybe he wanted to pick on you sooner to project it on you. It's a possibility. Mary Jane, it's a possibility. It was crazy. I said I'm gonna just let him have whatever he doing. I'll let him have that because I can't do that. And I tell him, I remember I told him one time, I said, hey, this may not be what you want, and I get it. But you don't have to run the game. Just be real about it. Go on. You don't have to accuse me or anything or try to figure out if I'm loyal, whatever. You don't have to play those games. If you got your eye on somebody else, go over there. We are adults. You feel like the grass is greener? Go see. Oh, Lord. That's tough, Divine. So now when a person is showing you that they're unsure and all that kind of stuff, let it go. Let it go. You don't need all that. You want somebody to be sure about you from day one. The moment they pursue you, they should already have intent. I ain't talking about like y'all get married tomorrow. I'm talking the moment that they pursue you or you pursue them, however it work, they should have intention. It should be an intentional pursuit. It shouldn't be, you just gonna come and waste 6 months of my life. Like, you know what I mean? 6 months of my time. Wow, Divine. Yeah. Shouldn't be you coming in 6 months to waste my time. I can waste my own time. And that's how we gotta look at things, y'all. You can waste your own time. You don't need anybody coming in to waste your time. You can waste your own time. You can do bad by yourself. Now I focus on talking to y'all up here, doing my thing. I have friends and stuff like that. But my main focus right now is me and getting my body right, working out. I love exercising. I love the changes I'm seeing. I love meal prepping every week. You know, I believe that, Mary. They just want someone to pass time and enjoy. They don't want to work on the relationship. They use you as a medicine instead of healing themselves. Right. What hurts me about my previous relationship is the woman, so called my wife, doesn't even try and look for our daughter. She chose another man just over her, and it just breaks me. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, Omar. That's tough. Years ago, he's still doing the same thing. Yeah, divine. Yeah, people rarely change. Take people do change, but people rarely change because it takes a lot. Takes a lot to change and do different and be different. Yeah. Don't want to do the work to change. No, they don't. And it's work. It requires work. Like me, I say right now, I say, I don't want anybody that doesn't want me. Mm-mm. Get on the meal prep wave. Been working out too and loving the results. I'm so motivated to get my physical, mental, and spiritual together. Yeah. And you'll be so glad you did, Nisha. Anyone else in the chat, you'll be so glad you did. You know, people who lack taking accountability never change. They don't. They don't. They want to point the finger at somebody else. I haven't seen that. Divine. It is. That's right, Nisha. It is. And if you ever just dare to start and you really commit to improving yourself in other areas, you'll be so glad you did. And that makes you so much more attractive. Not just the physical changes from working out. It's just that exercise and taking better care of your health makes you more attractive. Your skin glows different, you move different, you have confidence. People around you notice that confidence. It's a whole thing, you know. But that's my focus. I love strength training. Um I strength train 30 minutes a day. Well, during the week, because I have a rest day, have rest days on the weekend. But I strength train during the week, 30 minutes, and then I get on the treadmill for 10 or 15 minutes after that to cool down. And y'all, I tell you, I just feel so good. And I love that my body is changing. And we're just gonna keep moving forward. I love the fact that I'm building muscle, you know, and not trying to be bulky, but it's something about lifting and feeling stronger and seeing your body chisel out is just a wonderful thing. That's right, Mary. Yes, and random people be wanting to talk to me, and now it's like they can feel my energy. I'm loving it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I bet so, Divine. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Like, people notice it. People notice the work you've been doing on yourself. You don't even have to, you know, you don't even have to be all dolled up. Like earlier, like yesterday, I went to Walmart. I had a t-shirt on and some workout shorts, and some sneakers and my little crossbody bag. And I get looks, get stares, I get people talking to me randomly, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. And I'm just me. Like, and a lot of times it's not even what you look like, it's the energy you bring. And exercising and all these things helps you to have a higher frequency. Thickest people in the world. I love my size. I'm gonna tone it up. So, yeah, yeah. That's the goal with me. I wanted to be stronger. I wanted to tone, and I wanted to try to, lose, incorporate that fat loss. And so I've done so much research on strength training and how it changes your shape for the better. And so I started that, and I found a program that works for me. And after I do that workout, I walk 15 minutes on the treadmill to cool down. And yeah, my legs are more slender. My midsection has went down. I have more muscle. So I can't wait to see as the weeks go by, the changes. And my diet is a lot more cleaner. Yep. Now, and eating healthy people treat differently. Everyone want to talk and be kind, but it's kind of sad how appearance has a huge impact. It's true. It's true. That's true. Mary. Mm-hmm. I had one before. Yeah, Omar, totally. Yeah, don't know. Has anyone had a C-section? Divine would like to know. Yeah. And I started out, y'all. I started out with um because I was already kind of lifting before. I was lift like I have a kettlebell and it's 15 pounds, and I was doing that before. But when I started doing a real strength training program, I went from the 8-pound dumbbells to the 10, then I went to the 15. Now I stay between 10 and 15, but I also have some 20s that if I really want to lift a little heavier, I can do that. So, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when the 20s start getting too light. I don't know, but I got a while because I'm not trying to be big. I like having more muscle because I know muscle burns fat and it also increases your metabolism. And when your metabolism is increased, guess what? You can eat a little bit more. Um, but I maintain a pretty healthy diet. But if by me working out, if I want to eat something extra, it's gonna be something healthy, and also it's not gonna really hit me like that because I'm working out. And the beauty of strength training is you're burning calories even when you're not training. So you do your training sessions on a regular, you'll be burning more calories. Your muscles are still working and all that while you're resting, especially while you sleep. So it's just a win-win. Only dilated to 3. Okay. Thank you, DP. Oh, vag births 2. Going in and out, pushing. Okay. Wow. 28, 26, 10, 3. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of women having babies later in life, closer to 50 now. Yeah. I'm not a mom yet. I don't know what's in store. I let the Lord do his thing. Um I am a foster mom, so I could get a call any day for a child in care. But as far as my own children, I don't have any children yet. I always look at it like the Lord must have something else planned for me at this time, and I just follow through. Maybe God just want me to just work on me and talk to y'all, or do what I do, my job and everything else, and just enjoy life. You just never know what's in store. So I don't try to rush the process. I'm happy for people who have babies or had kids. And I love kids, I always have. Um, so we all have a destiny. We all have different things that we were assigned to do. So, oh wow. Mm, wow. But thank you, y'all. Let me see, cousins. I can't have babies. I love kids, but I already have enough. Yeah, I see. Mary Jane, yeah. Sorry to hear that. You've been around babies, yeah. Um, yeah, I can have kids, but I wait on God. It's on his timing. If he says if I don't have any and I'm just the way I am, I'm okay with it. So we got to be okay with where we are. If you do have children and you're okay, I'm okay with it. Must have heard you, Empress, because I woke up soon you came on. Really, DP? We just connected like that. We just connected. But yeah, I'm not going to be mad either way. I'm going to be happy either way. And if one day, like I said, they find a match for me in the foster care system, because there's so many kids out here that need a home, somebody to love on them. And one day when they call me, because I know eventually they'll call, it takes a little time. They call me, and guess what? I'm gonna work on making that child's life so great. Give them all the love and support that they need, and prayerfully help them to become a productive citizen, and just live life. It's all God's plan. Who is Father material? It's hard to find. Oh yeah, that's right, Mary. Yeah, right, Divine. Sorry to hear that about your cousin. Yeah. Wow, DP, that's awesome. Honesty. Wow, that's cute. Yeah. And sometimes if you don't have children, for those of you that have kids, that's a blessing. All day, every day. The Lord just made it so you could have kids because there's a purpose for it. But for those of you that do not have children right now, don't not feel bad. You love kids. They let me tell you something. People like you are needed in the world. When you love children and you love animals and all, people like you are needed in the world. May not be where you have your own kids, but at least you can love children, other people's children, like they're your own. So just having that ability to love and not, show any type of difference or anything like that says a lot about who you are as a person and your character. So don't ever think that, you're not needed out here, because you are, because there's so many people that need that energy like that. They need to be around that. So be mindful of how you feel about yourself. Don't ever feel bad because, oh, you don't have this and you don't have that. Maybe it's not your time. Maybe it's not your time. It might be at the very last minute. The Lord say, okay, boop, you know, boop. May not be on time. And that's okay. We got to be okay with things. We got to be okay with how things are right now. Because if we're okay with things how they are right now, guess what? That means you're grateful. That's true, Divine. That means you're grateful. And when you show the world gratitude, it opens up more windows of opportunity for blessings. Okay? So just remember that, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm getting sleepy. Thank you, Divine, for sharing. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. Divine, Nisha, DP, of course, Mary. Thank you for this. Omar, thank you for your conversation tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all know I'll be back doing this thing again at some point. Yeah, I'm sleepy, y'all. So I'm going to go back to sleep. I was asleep. I woke up early, got on here, check y'all out. I'm going to go ahead and go back to sleep. I got to get up, lift some weights. Y'all know how I do every day. But please remember to like the video and subscribe. Hit your notification bell so you be notified when I'm live for other messages, other readings, and lots more. Feel free to leave a comment to let me know how it resonates. If you're watching this after this streams, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you're going through. Let me know what's on your mind. And because I love to hear from you and I want to hear that you're doing well. If there's anything you'd like to talk about, please feel free to use the chat underneath the video you're watching this after the stream. And I'll do my best to respond. I may not respond to everybody's message, but there are times where I have some downtime and I will respond. So, and if you're interested in trying to catch another one of these lives, make sure you like the video and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you be notified when I'm live. If you got the time to get on, hey, I'd love to have you, okay? Awesome, Divine. Thank you, everybody. Remember that you're worth it always. Don't ever allow anyone to make you feel any different, okay? Stay blessed, stay safe, and we will talk again soon. Take care. Bye, y'all.